You guys, I just got home. I'm so tired. I had such a fun day at work and watching TikToks. I am tired from laughing so much today. I mean, everybody had me laughing today. I cannot. I cannot. I don't even know what I'm gonna do because I only have a few puffs of my inhaler left, and I can already feel I was laughing so hard that I am going to pass out. I do love days like that. You know, like the whole week has been just super crazy stressful. Like I just don't even know what to do with myself. Stressed, like, oh. And it ended on a good note. So I'm gonna sit down right here and enjoy myself. So this week was very stressful. I don't know why, but it just got really overwhelming for a lot of different reasons. And I don't know. Yesterday, I think, was probably like the lowest that I felt. I'm trying to get peppy and I can't get peppy. I'm trying to be cheerful and it's just not happening. And I just gave up. I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to edit a video and I'm going to knit, and I never knit. And eventually, I just started watching my Critical Role, which I love. I will talk about it in a moment. And that was it. That's all I did. I just knit a couple rows. I messed up so bad on my MCAL. Like, I have messed up so much on it. But what I did was, instead of, I'll just briefly explain, you know, those little shrimp rolls that you're supposed to be alternating colors on your chevrons. I forgot to alternate colors. I did my contrast color twice in a row, and I was gonna let it go. I was like, I don't care. I'm just gonna let it go. There's no way you can let it go. You can tell. I thought, well, maybe if I just do 2 rows of the contrasting and 2 rows of the main and 2 rows of the and just finish it off that way. I don't think that would have worked out for me. I think it would have, you know, people that have been putting like the pop of color in the main part of that section 1, that looks really cool. But like doubling up the contrast and or the main color in those chevrons, ew, that would not have looked right. There's no way I would have felt good about doing that. So I finally just decided yesterday, just forget it. Just don't even log it, don't record it, don't nothing, just do it. And I sat there watching my Critical Role, which normally I can't concentrate on knitting. I sat there watching my show and I just did it. And it was fine. It was a pain. If you've had to tink back one of those rows, it was a pain. I mean, my little shrimpy section, that, like, it was almost done. It was done. I was more than halfway done with that. I was ready to bind off, I guess, for the next contrast or the next, you know, main color row. It was bad. It was really bad. So it took me a minute, but I got that done. And then I got the main color back on track, and I'm back on track. And I think I've got, maybe at this point, 3 more contrast colors you know, changes to go, and then I'll be set. I've even been thinking about adding my pop of color into that because it looks good. If it looked good. Like, I don't like the idea of switching the main color and the contrast color on the shawl. But I like to switch one, like switch the contrast for the pop or switch the main color for the pop. I don't like that idea. I do like the idea of inserting the pop of color among the contrast and the main color sections. I mean, that was gorgeous because then you've got the wing that comes out with the main color and the pop. I think it's the main color and the pop. I love that. Love that. It looks like a bat wing or like a dragon wing when it's done with your pop of color on the wing. But if you have that pop of color on the wing and a little bit, like a couple pops on the main chevron section, dang, that looked good. I saw one girl do it and I was like, oh, why didn't I think of that? That looks good. And now I want to do it. I want to do it. I might. Why not? I like it. Okay. So I'm going to get out of the sun. This was nice. I was too cold inside my car. I had my aircon on the whole way up here, and I should not have done that because I got really sleepy and tired and cold. I feel like a lizard in the sun right now. But yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about my Cricker Roll show because it is my lifeblood and I need you to know what it means to me to love a show so much for so many years and love people that I don't know and have never spoken to so much that they make me cry. It's amazing. And also, I'm going to tell you the story about the time my coworker spit in my eye. Yeah. And then what? I think that's it. I don't think we're going to do much today because I'm tired and I have stuff to do. The look on your face when you send your husband to Starbucks, but he goes to the wrong one because he doesn't feel like driving to the right one because he's being lazy, and turns out that the one that he went to doesn't have your sugar-free vanilla syrup or any of the other ingredients needed to make your drink. Can you see my eyeball popping? Okay, I'm joking. He's on his way to the right Starbucks to get my drink the way I like it. Because he's a good bubba. Plus, today I need all the strength I can muster. We've been really lazy all day. I got home after I recorded that little bit of sitting out there in the sun, or the shade, really, because I can't sit in the sun. And I came inside and I was like, I'm ready to clean. And then I wanted to take a nap. So instead what I did was I took a shower, dyed my hair. I didn't dye it. It's just that copper one. It came out pretty good. Better than the first time I tried it. So now my hair is even more red, which is great. I'll go brown eventually. I'm just not ready. But yeah. So I'm just waiting for my coffee to get here. And I'm also just tired. Really, really tired. And tomorrow I have a lot to do. Just a lot to do. Do I? I don't know. But I'm going to make myself have a lot to do. So when he comes back with my coffee, because he's going to be gone all day, we're going to just knock out the rest of the living room and the kitchen and the freaking dining room. It's a disaster in here. And such a disaster. And I don't want to do it, but I know that if I don't do it, it will never get done. Ever. And you know, I feel like you get to a point where you just, I mean, you can't even argue about it anymore. It's been 17 years that we've been together, and I have never felt like we share the household responsibilities in a fair way, you know? And every time, you know what really irks me? It's not even the issue of like sharing responsibility or anything. No, it's that when I try and tell like someone, anyone, no one understands. Because we're talking about a guy. I mean, I don't have a problem with being the working spouse, you know, the main earner. I've never had a problem with that. But I do have a problem with not sharing responsibilities of, you know, the house properly. To where, like, if I don't do anything and I don't say anything, nothing's gonna get done. Like, ever. And I know we all struggle. We all struggle. We all struggle. Who doesn't struggle? Some people find it easier than others. I am the type that finds it difficult. You know, you procrastinate. You're like, you'd rather be knitting than cleaning your freaking house. But, you know, I also like to have a clean house. And it may not last very long, but I do like to have it clean. So, that means that I then have to muster up the strength to get all the way down into the nitty gritty, which is fine if I didn't meet such opposition with my own husband every single time that I, you know, get the strength to do it. So it's been a little bit better this time around. I feel like we managed to get the kitchen and tackle that really well with minimal fuss. There was still some opposition and defiance going on. It was like, I'd rather like, I wish I shouldn't even be complaining, because this is like private life stuff, and like, who doesn't have issues, right? But like, I can't even help it, you guys. Like, I can't even help it. And I think I'm starting to get used to the emotional support that I'm getting off of the few people that comment and talk to me, because like, I'm like, every time I explain to someone what I go through and what happens, they're like, yeah, but he's a guy. Yeah, but you know, you should do it because you know how to do it right. You know, he doesn't know how to clean. No, I don't agree with that. He knows how to clean just fine. In fact, when we're under the gun, someone's gonna come and visit. He knows that I like it to be clean. Do not freaking invite people over to this place unless it's clean. And boom, right away, he can do everything. It's like, what do they call it? They're calling it executive dysfunction, like ADD cleaning, last second everything. But between the both of us, that's like a disaster. So yesterday, I'm getting ready to, like, you know, tackle the other half of the kitchen, because this kitchen is massive for me. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm used to, like, having a strip of an island, and, like, an island counter, like a strip of a counter, like, you could barely fit coffee in, you know, whatever. Like, it's just a long counter. That's all I've ever had. And this is, like, 2 huge counters is enough room to fit a small kitchen table in there, your stove, and, you know, refrigerator's kind of off to the side, but everything fits. And like, I have appliances that I don't even have to put away on top of the counters, and with plenty of space in between them. I'm not used to having so much space. So then when I don't walk into the kitchen for, like, I don't know, I could literally not walk into the kitchen for months on end, because I don't cook. And then all of a sudden I walk in there and I'm like, whoa, whoa. uh, how long has that been there? So then I gotta do what I gotta do, because asking and begging and pleading and telling, it doesn't work. So eventually I just have to like tackle him to help me, because I don't have the strength. Help me so that I can get in there and like clean the grime and throw away the stuff and, you know, whatever's been sitting around for way too long. I mean, the Christmas decorations were there for a year. I'm just not even funny. So yesterday, there we are getting started. I'm like, I got a plan. I'm going to tackle this. You're going to tackle that. And he's like, oh, I need to go to the store to go get a rice container. Because what am I going to do with this rice? Yeah, well, you can do that after we're done cleaning. No, I have to do it right now. Right now? And we just got started. Yes. Okay. Well, we don't have paper towels, so I may as well get paper towels and a container for the potatoes, because we need a container for the potatoes. So he goes, gets out of my way, and I'm like cleaning calmly because he's out of the way. Then he comes back with a container and the potato, no potato basket, and things that I didn't ask for. And I'm just like, okay. And so get back to the dishes, please. And boom, he wants to try and argue. Well, don't you want me to pick this up because this fell and blah, blah, blah. No. And after we finally understood each other, took a couple minutes, and we saw eye to eye, then it was fine. So that was good. But it's still not done. And I got there and I said, did you make any progress on those pots that you left? Yes, I did. They're all still there. Oh. So, I'm not angry. Tomorrow he's going to be gone all day, and it's a Saturday tomorrow. He's going to be gone all day. So I'm like, okay, since you're going to be gone all day, how about I help you do everything right now? Just go get me some coffee. So I don't feel bad about him going to the other Starbucks just to get my sugar-free vanilla. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about, is that enough of my personal problems? Yes. For like, I don't know how many days in a row. Yes, it's enough. So, you guys, I have been on a journey with this shawl. Like, I pooped biscuits when I thought that my shawl was just not growing. I thought at that point I was done. I was like, I'm almost finished. And I'm like, wait, but it doesn't look like anybody else's. It doesn't look nice and wide up there. I just don't know. I just don't know. I think part of what I was doing is I was decreasing when I wasn't supposed to be decreasing. So whatever increase I was doing, I was taking it out at some point because I was decreasing on the wrong rows, as well as decreasing during the rows that it called for. So it wasn't widening. It wasn't getting bigger and bigger and bigger like everybody else. You see it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger after every repeat. Not mine. Mine was just Slender Man all the way up until I finally realized something was going terribly wrong. So I fixed it, sort of. I think I've got like 3 more repeats to go. So it just has to be a certain number of repeats long. Great. And then I'm going to try and guesstimate as to the width, the repeats. I'll figure it out. And then I was saying earlier, What is this? What is this? What happened? What is that? What is that? It just dropped. Okay. Now the decision is like, do I go back? Do I tink back, or do I knit forward and then just fix it on the way up? I might just fix that on the way up. I really don't feel like ripping it back. I cannot wait to get out of this section. I can't handle it anymore. Yesterday, Clue 3 came out. I'm done. And I know it's me because I haven't been knitting on it, but I'm done. I'm done with this section, and I want to move on, and I want to get to my bat wings and the rest of it. That's what I want. Okay, so that's enough of that pathetic excuse for progress. Has a lot to do with the fact that I'm vlogging the way that I'm vlogging and dyeing yarn in between and, you know, whatever. Okay, so I'm going to talk about now Delilah as quick as I can because I know my husband's gonna be coming home soon, and I really don't want to. I don't want him to think that it's okay for him to go upstairs and start playing video games while there's a disaster to deal with for the I don't know how many weeks in a row. Delilah Briarwood. So I know I've told you guys that I'm, you know, Dungeons and Dragons nerdy person. I have been watching Critical Role for many years, and if you've seen Vox Machina on Prime, on Amazon Prime, it is a cartoon. It's not for kids, but you know, I mean, if your kids are old enough for cursing and stuff, and probably foul stuff. I can't exactly remember, but Vox Machina is a cartoon that's based on Critical Role, the show where people sit around and play Dungeons and Dragons on Twitch, and they show it on YouTube. And basically these people are all voice actors, so they are very good at like just kind of acting and feeling out a character and being super creative on the spot, basically like improvisational acting just on the spot. Improvisation is not the easiest thing in the world, but once you get the hang, once you've done a Dungeons and Dragons game, improv just kind of starts to come. It's just it's just the nature of the game. It's basically literally sitting around a table, rolling dice, playing pretend. Now, I know that can be super cringy to people, which is why I never really talked about the fact that I love it so much. And I've been watching Critical Role since they came out on Geek and Sundry many years ago. Might have been 2014. And they've become very successful at what they're doing and have raised a ton of money and expanded, you know, the way that they do their show, and done lots of things with bringing out books and all kinds of stuff. So with the expansion of all of the things that they're doing, one of those biggest ones was the Vox Machina cartoon that Prime picked up. Season 2 is going to be coming out in January, and they've just gotten picked up for season 3. So they're doing phenomenal. Like, all the people that watch Critical Role couldn't be happier. And if you're one of those people that watch Critical Role or have seen Vox Machina, talk to me, because I don't really talk to other people. So anyway, this yarn right here is based on Delilah Briarwood. She is an antagonist on the Vox Machina cartoon. She is a really bad lady, a bad character, evil AF. To be honest, I don't know if she is a vampire. I think she is a vampire. I've forgotten the first campaign. So they've had 3 in total. 3 campaigns total. They're like over 100 episodes long. It's just, imagine each episode being 3 to 4 hours long. Each episode being 3 to 4 hours long. You have to really love something to be able to like watch it for that long. And it's just amazing. It's phenomenal. Watching them think on the fly, watching them screw up because they do that all the time. Get confused, like roll the worst or roll the best. The excitement, like you just, the excitement that you get out of me just dying and rolling up some colors for the, oh my God, I cannot explain to you guys how amazing it is. Look at this freaking color. This is definitely Delilah Briarwood. It gave me Delilah Briarwood vibes as soon as I saw it, and I'm so happy. I would never have done it if I had picked up the inspiration picture first. This is not how I would have done it. I would have done it a lot different, more lighter. I would have been more thoughtful about it. I would have been more methodical with the way that I mix my colors. It would have taken me forever to, like, really not forever, because I do it well now. With practice, obviously you get better. The first time that I tried to do yarn like that with like, oh, inspiration in mind, I was like, Freddy Krueger. I want to do Freddy Krueger. I was so excited. I was going to do Freddy Krueger. I got all the colors. I didn't even really mix too much. I did blend some, you know, I did kind of create my own colors, but it wasn't like all that crazy the way that I eventually developed the way that I mix my colors. It was just like literally on the fly. Like I'm still learning, and I went into my freaking garage and I threw all the colors in the pan that I wanted to be in there, and it was exactly the shades that I wanted it to be. And then when it was done, it was not what I expected. It did not give me Freddy Krueger vibes. I was like, I don't even know what this is. I was so disappointed. That I never wanted to do that again. I mean, we can be so hard on ourselves, you guys. Like when we're trying to learn how to do something. When you're learning how to do something, you're not going to get it right. No, your yarn is not going to look like mine. No, when you pick up your knitting needles and you knit socks for the very first time, no, they're not going to look like mine. No, they're going to look like yours because it's your hand. You're the one that's doing it. You're the one that's going to screw it up the first time or the second time or the third time. Maybe it's going to come out great. For me, the first yarn that I ever did was beautiful. Stunning. Like, I couldn't believe I did that. The second one was not so good. It was like, I don't even know what happened. And the third one was okay. And then just little by little, when you just start practicing and just letting yourself go, you just get better and better as time goes on. And you just start losing the fear, like just the fear that I used to have for just, what if I run out of yarn? What if I run out of that color yarn? What am I going to do? Just grab another skein, like of a color that contrasts well and looks nice, and just enjoy the process, right? So anyway, that was how I used to do it. For me to just roll something so randomly and create something that when I looked at it just immediately gave me what did I say? Delilah Briarwood vibes. I would not have dyed it this way. And that is the amazing discovery that I've made about myself, is I love dyeing like this. I love being able to throw things in the pot and just not think about it. Why didn't I do this before? I mean, I guess I kind of used to do it before, but I wasn't, but I don't know. I cannot explain you that. I cannot explain. This is beautiful. I cannot explain. So right now I'm watching the current campaign of Critical Role, and the campaign is The Bells Hells. The first campaign was where Delilah Briarwood came out and appeared first. But Delilah Briarwood is such an evil character that she has now skipped over the second campaign, which was called which was called Mighty Nine. And now the third campaign. Can you excuse me? Excuse me. Dante, what are you doing? You're sad because Daddy's gone? Mommy's right here. Mommy's busy. No. No. Don't care. Anyway, bye. Totally lost my train of thought now. But she skipped over the Mighty Nine and made an appearance as an antagonist again in the Bell's House. One of the characters that has this evil character's soul in her body died. I know you're not watching it, so you don't care if I tell you. But it means something to me. She died, and she's like one of the most beloved characters. That's like, that was horrible. And she's been dead for a few weeks, for over a month now. So nobody knows what the hell, right? If she's gonna come back. Well, they killed Delilah. We still don't know if they killed her for sure, but I love this yarn so much. Anyway, they got Delilah. They killed her. They revived the character. Here's a little bit of a snippet on what I was sniffling at last night. It's my favorite show. It's only a couple minutes. If you don't want to watch it, just skip over it.
Did you have the D4 for...
I did.
Okay. What's the total?
It's a 7.
It's a 7? Okay.
No advantage on that.
It's challenging, given the fact that this is a soul that is still bound to shadow. Shadow that now is vengeful, as diminished as it may be, and is still in some ways holding your voices back from finding the ears that needs to hear them. But with that final call, you watch as Pike's hair begins to drift upward past her shoulders and kind of undulating, floating in the air. She begins to carry herself up off the ground and begin to lift an inch, 2 inches, 3 inches off the ground, legs still folded in front of her. And you watch as all the sigils light up from underneath. Laudna's dark hair, as it kind of hangs off her shoulders, begins to lift up as well. And as Pike leans forward and places her hand once more on her chest, all the glyphs at once alight and then go dark as they both drift back to the ground. Cannot find my usual resurrection dice. I thought it was here.
That's it, would you want it?
Yeah, but shit, that's okay. I'll use this one. Use the kind of black purple, almost Laudna color. It seems fitting. It seems fitting. Okay. We're gonna take a picture of that.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
I'm so stressed. I got a nosebleed.
Oh no.
How appropriate.
Okay.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
A moment passes. In that stillness, you hear Pike exhale, and under her breath say once more, "Come on, come on." Exhalia leans forward. Pike did it. I don't... She leans forward and places her hand over the front of her mouth, her nose. Is she a real shallow breather?
She doesn't breathe at all. Most of the time.
She licks her hand and slaps the side of Laudna's face, of which immediately Laudna sits up, jolted awake from the pain. Laudna, if you come back to the table.
Oh! What did you roll?
16.
Oh, my God.
What was the DC after 2 failed? Oh man, 15?
Well, it was 12 initially,
Holy
and then it went down to 9, and then it went to 10 to 11.
oh
So-
my god, dude. That was so gnarly.
What did you roll? What did you roll?
16.
What did you need? A 15?
11.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That was stressful.
Nice.
Time to rise,
Yeah,
like
so big.
time to rise
Oh my
like a
God.
dark phoenix.
Where's my pen?
Yep.
Oh,
It's kind of hard to read from that angle.
I would never fucking
Oh
did.
my God. You like got a nose.
Hey, but we're feeling
Here,
it.
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Oh my God.
Here, what is it?
Those Mickey Mouse hands are messing me up, dude.
They're messing me up. Oh boy, touch me. Lana, you're back! Are you back? Are you
Is
okay?
it you?
Say something only Lana would know quick! Uh-oh, she can't speak.
I don't. Have you found anything else out about your mom?
It's her. Take this! No, just kidding.
Okay, so I'm gonna give this yarn away to Rebecca from the Mean Girls because it's her birthday this week. I think it's her birthday this week, if not next week. So I'll message you for your address, and I hope you love it as much as I do. It's just beautiful. I hope you love it. And if you make something with it, you have to send it to me, okay? Send me a picture. Post it. Something. You don't have to tag me. I'm not doing it so people can tag me. I just want you to love it as much as I do. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I cannot tell you how wonderful and freeing it is not to think. I overthink. This is my problem, you guys. Like, I overthink everything. I think too long. I think too hard. I plan too much, and that's not productive for yarn dyeing kind of stuff. I don't ever really see myself having a big production. I don't think I could handle it. Like, I have the settings on Etsy as if you wanted to order a bunch of yarn at once, like one skein of one thing, you could do that. And some people have, and that's not a problem. You know, like a sweater's quantity kind of thing, that's not a problem. But if like so much as 5 people decided to order a sweater's quantity at the same time, I would be like, oh, I could do it. I could do it. I would just be really, like, I'm just really tired. I'm really tired a lot. That horrible fatigue that overwhelms you, but over time, because that really was getting in my way for a while, but over time and through medication and lots of meditation and lots of massage and understanding how my body is working and what to do, how to eat, and even when I do something stupid like eat too many carbs, get back to, you know, the drawing board, then I feel better. I know what to do and how to tackle it. So I'm okay. I'm confident that I'd be okay if anybody needed me to do anything like big, but I have not done anything like that in a super long time. And quite frankly, I don't think that's gonna happen, because like when I can barely hold this thing down like this, I'm not sure how much longer I'll be able to. But you know, if I put this up on Etsy and anybody looks at it and it's like, oh, I want one, I will make you one. Just don't ask me for like 20 or something, because that's oh, anyway. Okay, that's it for today. I'm gonna crack on. My husband's gonna be getting here soon. I'm gonna have my nitro espresso, and I'm gonna do what I can with this house before I go to bed. Probably mess up my hair. Alright, see you guys. Bye. Sorry I'm so crazy. Like weird.